how works projection and what we can get in full cooperation each source in our solar system. Energy creates matter and think is energy. If we harmonize all sources, that will harmonize each chakra points of each being in the system. That will open possibilities to real divine creation by use only mind. Few peoples in mind will be able to create all cities, with the whole infrastructure just ready to move in, and just in 7 or 8 days. Real magic on a big scale, which will materialize this what will be created by using only the power of the mind. Same this works now, but peoples don't know how to use this, and directions which are promoted by higher fractals governments, which are a projection from lowest level made by humans, don't explain rules in right way, and them creations are far from the main source, that mean the sun. All higher fractals are a projection from the sun, designed by people for further fractals. These fractals are like dreams and stories which arise in the minds of people. In the minds of those who live in the physical environment. They can become real but don't have to, and that peoples decide where they directed their energy to create a current version, or spend the life, or attract some projection on Earth. That same rules what placebo, nospo and group prayer and other rituals performed in groups. The group focuses greater energy in one direction. That was used many times to create versions for these who wanted to be, for example, warriors or other creations which were not in cooperation with source, or projection from which comes someone who wants to be this warrior or get other experience. This so-called, a bad Satan lies was to create versions for small groups to create only for them worlds which they want, without harm on the main projection which is Eden, which is Earth. For example, Mars was used to wars. More about this in my other movies. Life is a story written by each individual, but the lack of a decent education and the promotion of knowledge leads to errors. So today, maybe a couple of words about the projection and control of the matrix. Why say the 7 times repeated lie becomes the truth? Could create 7 heavens as 7 chakra points, which had a source at beginning creation of this universe, of this cell. Projection going from the sun where is main projection, and all beyond the sun is a reflection of the sun on some frequency. Is easier to project beyond the system, where it is easiest to design because space is not yet saved. People design their reality on this and other fractals all the time, through perception, so beyond the system, they do not affect on the projection. Each dimension is only a part of full frequency from the sources, depends on position in space, sources on projection as well as kind of projection. We can say, that is something which was formed in way of developing of the source. The falls are not bad, because at these falls always there is a new creation. Each projecting beyond the sun is the way of the fall, but also the development. In cooperation, they can create a way to divine life, on each of these levels. The projection must be designed at all 7 levels to materialize on the primary source which is the central sun. And then, these can be materialized from the sun, on each planet, which has own middle sun which is the reflection of the central sun. More about this in book and movies in Poland version. Real magic on big scale can happen only when planets are in one line, together with the sun. Then if you have a version of self on each of these levels, and if they will concentrate on projection same things in same time, that can materialize this something on each level, also on Earth. That is a faster way but is many ways. All depends on the dimension on which you are, and direction of current creation. One source can repeat many times one creation to attract projection on his level. This what you believe become your reality, but each of these realities exists in same time, and only concentration of energy is changed. That mean you can move concentration of your energy to newly created version, or to other existed before. That's why we can ever forget about any density and versions of ours one common projection. But if we learn all this knowledge, we can use this to consciously creation ours lives and bodies for all, to get here right and get also real life on Earth. We will be able to create the own clone in mind, in another version also created reality, and move own energy to that created body, to spend life, or get infinity life, in same or similar form or completely other life. And that only by use mind, without any laboratories and fake medicine cloning solutions, or another synthetic form of life created in wrong way. Minus creates matter. This what you hate you attract or project in own version. That's why some peoples and projections that were possible to display had to be hated on some versions. Satan creations and on. But all this knowledge can be used to back some bad events with wrong results. Repentance in connection with the effect of the model can even shift back events, where there were no other versions of a particular source, means human, who wants to go back event. Next version of you, will receive this as a feeling, to don't do this wrong decision again. All this knowledge has been described in many religious sources. From the Bible to Satanism. It will be understood and connected, the real magic starts to act at all levels. That we can create new continents and totally different projections, planets, and dimensions.